There are thoughts you speak out loud. There are thoughts you bury. And then there are thoughts that arrive without a name, sudden, sharp, uninvited. You're driving, and a flash crosses your mind. What if I turned the wheel? You're standing by a balcony, and your breath catches not in fear, but in wonder. Not because you want to fall, but because something in you leans. You're not suicidal. You don't want to die. But then the thought comes any quiet and precise. Jump. Maybe it's not a cliff. Maybe it's a fast-moving train. A car veering just slightly. A balcony rail that suddenly feels thinner. And it's not fear, exactly. It's curiosity, tinted with something colder. That's what makes the call of the void so unnerving. It isn't rooted in despair. It shows up when you're calm, happy, even. That moment when everything is fine, and then your brain cracks open the floorboards and shows you the trapdoor. You're standing on solid ground, and yet a part of you leans toward the edge, whispering, "What if?" Philosophers have written about it. Psychologists try to name it. High place phenomenon, they say. An impulsive misfire. The brain's weird way of confirming your survival instinct. But those explanations feel too clean, too technical, because it doesn't feel like a glitch. It feels ancient, like something buried in the marrow, something inherited. What if the call of the void isn't about dying at all? What if it's about control? That split second when you realize the power you hold to end everything with a twitch of your hand. Not because you want to, but because you could. And in that moment, you feel it. The unbearable freedom. The absurdity of being a fragile creature in a world with no safety net. The edge is always closer than you think. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's your mind reaching for intensity, a hunger for contrast. We live in loops, routines, digital quietness. So when the body stands in front of something irreversible, it wakes up. A violent reminder that you're still real, that there's still risk, that you're alive, and that fact is terrifying. But here's a darker theory. What if that voice, the urge, isn't yours? What if it's something older than language? A shared whisper passed between lives. Not suicidal, not self-destructive, but ritualistic. Like the soul's version of touching fire, just to remember pain. A small death to remind the body it's still choosing life. You step back from the ledge. The train passes. The moment ends. You shake it off, but part of you stays there, frozen in that half-second decision. You go on with your day. No one knows. You're back to emails, to coffee, to crossing the street on green. But something invisible has shifted, because now you know what lives inside you. You know that something in you can look into the abyss and feel drawn. And even when the day is over, when you're lying in bed, that moment plays back not like a memory, but like a glitch, repeating in silence. You didn't fall, you didn't jump, but you could have. And that is the part that never leaves.